glass. Then you need not use the looking glass.
That was Bubble Puppy with Hot Smokin' Sassafras off their 1969 debut, A Gathering of Promises. And that song was originally the B-side on their first single, actually. And they fortunately had a lot of DJs flip the B-side, or flip to the B-side, just feeling like there might be something good on there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have even had this minor hit. They only released 2 albums, and they're still together, so, you know, at least they're still making a little bit of money off the name, which is nice. We're listening to that because we have 2 songs from 1969 from the Beatles today. They're actually spaced really closely together. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 87 of the Beatles tournament, creeping up on that 100. It's happening. It's going to be here soon. And if you're not sure what we've been doing, what the Beatles tournament's all about, basically, we've been taking every single Beatles track and we're just listening to them. We're pairing them up in a single elimination style tournament, which I will link in the description, and you can see it's not like we're just randomly throwing one up every day. This is just something that's been predetermined for months now. And it will still be going for months. Also, we play these songs backward and reversed because I just want you to feel like you're in purgatory. So today we have 2 songs that were recorded. Well, they were, not released near each other, but recorded near each other for sure. Like the first up we have Medley, Rip It Up, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Blue Suede Shoes, which is a medley of those 3 songs, and that was released on their Anthology 3 album, which is just kind of a mashup of just a bunch of older material. There's Anthology 1 and 2 and 3. 3 covers like the later part of the Beatles' career. And that was released, or they recorded it anyway, like they recorded this medley on January 26th, 1969. And that includes Billy Preston on the Hammond organ, and George Harrison on electric guitar, actually. John Lennon on vocals and bass guitar. And this is just kind of one of those things where, like, these songs weren't recorded all together as a medley, but they were just mixed as a medley before being put on this album. It's one of those things where they were having trouble coming up with material in the studio for the Let It Be sessions, and they were just kind of playing old standards and hoping to draw in some inspiration from those, and just kind of get into a groove to play together because they were having so many problems with each other at the time. Which is the opposite of the sentiment in the next song we'll be listening to, All Together Now, which was released on January 13th, 1969. So it was released just 13 days before they were recording that medley that we're going to hear before that. And this one is a childlike sing-along in the music hall tradition, and Paul has to say about it. Oh, and this is track 3 off of the Yellow Submarine soundtrack. So it was written and released on the Yellow Submarine. It was made for a cartoon about the Beatles, basically. So that makes sense that it's a kid's song, because, you know, I can imagine a lot of kids will be watching this cartoon, even if it is, like, probably has a lot of acid references and stuff. But, Paul had this to say about it, according to Beatles ebooks. It's really a children's song. I had a few young relatives, and I would sing songs for them. I would do a song for kids called Jumpin' Round the Room, very similar to All Together Now. And then it would be lying on your backs, and all the kids would have to lie down. Then there would be skipping round the room, jumping in the air. It's a play-away command song for children. It would be in G, very, very simple chords, only a couple of chords. So that's what this is. there's a subcurrent to it, but it's just a sing-along, really. A bit of a throwaway. So, we've got a throwaway versus a studio cut of 3 songs that were separate and just mashed together. So, neither of these things are things I'm super stoked about. Just being honest, I don't know if this is going to be a very great Beatles day. But let's go ahead and get right on into it, because we got to hear what they sound like backwards at least. Here is Rip It Up, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and Blue Suede Shoes medley. Definitely a solid group of covers. But that's the thing, they're just covers and they're not finished for the studio really or anything like that. Probably the highlight to me was the part with Billy Preston and Paul McCartney having kind of a duet with the organ and the piano. That was really cool. But it's going against a children's song, but this is a song that the Beatles wrote, and it wasn't even meant for a studio, it was meant for a movie, even bigger. Here's All Together Now. I'm mad at that at all. That's fun. I don't know. Like when I was in my 20s, they had that Juno movie come out, and that soundtrack was everywhere. If you were my age at the time, like everybody was listening to that, and it had like Kimya Dawson on there a lot. And Kimya was a lot. She has a really like kind of childish style, kind of like early White Stripes. It felt like it could have been made by a grade schooler, but it would have like slight nods to adulthood, things like that. But the overall sound and feel was like, I don't know, kids' music is what it was kind of trying to sound like. But it wasn't really for kids, It's hard to describe. It's kind of like a folk genre, basically. Totally influenced, I'm sure, by songs like All Together Now, because that isn't a bad song if it's for kids, whatever. It's still fun to sing, and it's I don't know, it's not too childish, and it has lyrics like "Can I take my friend to bed?" Kind of a wink and a nod to the adults. It's a fun song. I can go ahead and go with that. It's not a cover. It's not a medley of a bunch of songs together, and it's actually made in the studio. All Together Now takes the win for the day. If you've got social media, you can look for us on there. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter. You can actually vote in the polling system on Instagram, which is pretty rad. Know what the results from the audience are every day. Audiences. Know the audience results every day. Then we also are on TikTok, so you can watch these videos, but shortened if you like to. I'm not here to dictate how you watch these videos. You do it how you want to. Personally, I like the whole format, but the TikTok format's there too if you want to just watch it in a little bit shorter pieces. Like just, you don't have that much time, but you still want to see what's going on for the day, Do that. That's great. I love it. Do all that. I do link the songs down below so you can check out the original versions of these songs without them being reversed and all distorted. Some people find that enjoyable. If that's your thing, go for it. I also linked the tournament down below so you can check out the tournament, what's been going on, and what's going on in the future in the tournament. One more time. Tournament. Tournament? Tournament. Anyway, tournament. Okay, I'm done. Oh, we have a Cash App and there's a Venmo, so feel free to hit us up on there. Do what you want with that. The handle's down there, guys. Just go wild, go nuts. Like this video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you think the concept is cool and you want to see more music tournaments. Definitely we're going to do a Swans tournament. Definitely we probably won't do a Bubble Puppy tournament. Share this video with your friends and family members, and share it with your best support group, your Beatles support group, because we're all just a little too in love with the Beatles sometimes, especially Ringo. Comment down below with what you would have chosen out of these two songs. It might be, maybe All Together Now is too childish for you, you can't handle it, and those covers of Blue Standards are much better for you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't no hate coming from me. That's all the Beatles and the Butthole Surfers I have for you today, but I hope you join me tomorrow for some more Beatles and Butthole Surfers. Until then, I hope you all have a great night, a wonderful afternoon, and a fantastic morning. Talk to you later. On their first,